My people, my people. We got something to talk about. Today's subject is black excellence. Black excellence. That's what we're going to be talking about, man. And I'm going to start off with talking about Kanye West, right? So, a few weeks ago, Kanye made some crazy-ass statements that really sparked a lot of debate, a lot of anger, a lot of division. And he put himself really in a vulnerable spot to be judged and criticized by a lot of black people, a lot of people around the world. You know, everybody has something to say about what Kanye said. And you know, I was mad at first. I was listening to what he was saying, like, yo, this dude is crazy. What is this dude talking about? This dude is, you know what I'm saying, he lost his mind. This ain't Kanye, he a fucking clone. He's a fucking clone. Who is this dude? But then, you know, I just started to listen, right? And I'm gonna be honest, my girl really put me on to really what Kanye was saying, even though he didn't say it the way that she said it. And you know, I'm gonna start listening. I'm like, all right, baby, just speak what you're talking about. And she was like, the victim mindset. The victim mindset. I mean, but we are victims. And then she said, who is we? She said, look at us. We got a nice townhome, luxury vehicles, food to eat, you know, nice furniture. She said, look at us. We're not victims. She said, what makes us different from anybody else? She said, look at my story. She said, you know, my parents wasn't in my life. My grandmother raised me. I've been through some things in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But I made my decision to get my master's and better my life, which is true. She said, look at your story. Grew up in Syracuse, New York. You know what I mean? Grew up around really nothing but street niggas. Granddaddy was a street nigga. Uncles, cousins, street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Well-respected street niggas, but you got a mixture of everything. You intelligent, you articulate, you know how to talk, you know how to share your ideals and your feelings, you know, and you just not no violent pit bull ass nigga running around the streets. And you could do anything that you want. You know what I'm saying? You've been anywhere that you wanted to go. You've been all over the country. You know what I'm saying? I haven't always been on the positive side, but at the end of the day, like, I'm a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? I made my mistakes, but everything is all decision-based. Your life is decision-based. Even if you are born into a poverty-stricken situation. And we see it all the time, right? Because we see people from other countries that come with nothing and make it because they have a plan and they execute it and they follow through. And then we see people that, you know, might come from something and they don't make it because they failed to plan. You know what I mean? So it's really about planning. It's really about following through. And it's really about losing that mindset of being a victim. Yeah, our culture has been through so much. You know what I'm saying? We have suffered, you know what I'm saying, as a race. You know, our ancestors were slaves who were misplaced. Technically, we're not even supposed to be here, so they say. We're supposed to be somewhere in Africa. You know, I'm happy that I'm here, so I'm thankful that whatever happened, so I can be here and I do have a different opportunity. Even though some of those things that happened were deadly and torturous and some crazy things. But now I'm driving my Lexus, I'm going to work, and that's my decision. So I have the same decisions that anybody else has, and I understand that as a black male, it is my choice, it's my decision. Couple things, issues that I do have when we talk about like Kanye West and Candace Owens. Like, I love being an African American male, I love being a black male. You know, know, and as well as I love everybody else, but I love being who I am because I love showing that I can make it. I love showing that I can be different. I love showing that I can articulate. I love showing that, you know, I'm with the shits if it come down to it too. I love being all of that. That's just a part of being a male. I love being a strong, smart male. And I just want to talk about, you know, Candace Owens and Kanye and some of their ideology. A lot of people don't agree with, but I feel is hand in hand with the way that we think when it comes to us and our culture. If you see and if you notice, like, everybody, you know, in the generation, you know, we so aggressive. Yo, we pop on. Yo, I'm with the shits. I'm lit. I'm litty. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Like, that whole energy, like, I'm pulling up, knocking nigga head off. As vicious and aggressive as we are, we should have no excuses. You know what I mean? Like, how are we the aggressive, I'm with the shits, I'm with it. But then on the other hand, I've been through so much. My people were slaves. They tortured us. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. They gotta give me something. That mindset don't match up. Not saying that we're not broken, not saying that we're not misplaced, not saying that the government didn't do things to harm us, which they did, and we know that we did, you know, but right now, we have a choice to be a slave or not. Today, we have a choice to be a slave or not, and it's a different type of slavery. It's an intellectual slavery. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can wake up from. You know, it's something that the chains have become intellectual bondages, and they become little chains that we kind of like put on our own arms just by adopting certain lifestyles and behaviors because we see it on TV or we think it's cool. So we really need to change the intellectual ideology of our culture. It needs to change, you know what I'm saying, and we need to do it from the bottom up because we are influenced from the bottom up. If you're not a street nigga, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying, then according to our culture, you're not lit. Or you're nobody, or you're lame, or you're a square, but shit, maybe we gotta square up. That's how I'm looking at it. Maybe it's time to square the fuck up and become intellectual and indulge in other things where we are stimulating our capabilities. Because we're capable of doing anything. But a lot of times we're locked into certain, should I say, fads, you know, monkey see, monkey do, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, we all living this life, but this life don't love us. We all repping this life, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all get caught up in it, you know, as black males, black females, we all get caught up in it because it's in our music. It's a lot of our music that's poison, you know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our music is poison, you know, these artists is making millions off of poison. And you can say, yo, they telling their story and this and that, but let's just be honest, my nigga. Like, let's just be all the way real with the shits. You have to understand what music does. You have to understand what the senses do. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand, like, the things we hear, the things we receive into our mind, into our world. It kind of affects us, you know what I'm saying? Gunning it, you know what I'm saying? Shooting niggas, popping niggas' heads off, you know what I mean? Like, I'm with the shit, spraying niggas' house up. Like, that culture is perpetuated a lot through our music. It really is. Let's be honest, my niggas. Like, let's stop. You know what I'm saying? Even myself, I have rapped and I have spit things, you know, that stand out so much. It can become like a trance, like a mental trance. I've had people say things now, say bars that I spit now to this day. The bars are so dope, but they so powerful and so negative. Like, damn, I wish I could have said something a little different, a different way, you know what I'm saying? But like, damn, I said it. But I understand now. So I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Somebody help me understand a lot of things, and like, we can't be victims forever. But as strong as we act, as strong as we talk, as strong as we think that we are and say that we are, we should be able to come from this. It's all an intellectual fight now. It's not physical no more. It's intellectual. It's an intellectual fight. It's an intellectual war. It's not physical. It's the smartest man will win, not the strongest. The smartest man will win. And you know me, I'm not about, overseeing or, you know what I'm saying? I like to work together with everybody. I have people of all different races and cultures seed into my life, give me things, bless me, put me in dope positions. I have people of all different races and cultures. But guess what? I love my race. I love my culture. I would love to see us do better. I would love to see an intellectual push. I would love to see us do something that has never been done in the history of the world, where we came. Well, I'm lying because in 69, 68 we was doing something special, but it was interrupted. I need to do some more research on what happened to that black excellence. Even though we was dealing with segregation and all that other stuff that we was dealing with, but 68, 69 there was something special that was happening in the black community. We was building up, and then something happened where it started knocking back down. And not everybody, but a good amount, to where you would look at the news and say, this is what's going on in the black community. Now, and this is what else I want to say. Let's stop giving them news. Because if we know that they're going to take our bad news and use it against us and say that this is us, let's just stop giving us news. That's why I like to speak to the hood. I like to speak to the people from the bottom, the people that's going through the struggle, the people that's in the struggle right now, because we got to stop giving them news, man. What do we got to do to really look like some bosses? Because we really don't look like bosses. We look like vigilantes. We don't look like bosses. We look like vigilantes. We look like people that's just out here just on some other shit, perpetuating some bullshit. And then at the end of the day, we crying when we locked up. Niggas is snitching when they in jail. Niggas crying at the funerals. So everything that the life that we perpetuate, the results, we don't like them. We don't like the results of anything that has to do with the life that we perpetuate, man. Black excellence, man. Let's get on that shit, man. We are not victims. I understand what Kanye West and Candace Owens is talking about, but this is what I will say. This is what I will say, though. Let me say this. This is what I will say. I will say this, though. The type of person that I am, right? I feel like I will not go on another platform and talk bad about my people. Meaning, like, let me give you an example. Like, we all got, somebody in the family who might be a thief, or they might be addicted to drugs, or whatever they might be, right? I'm not gonna go down the street to the Williams house or the Woods house or whoever so-and-so house and talk about so-and-so to somebody else's family. That's the only thing that I feel that Candace Owens and Kanye West does that I really don't like. I'm not about to go on no Republican channel and just talk about my people. I'm go to my people and talk with my people. And let's talk about some things, because I love the ideologies. I love the mindset of not being a victim, because that really shows you to be the alpha individual. No matter what happens in the wilderness, it's all about you getting up, you getting back on your hunt, and you getting you some food. You could be the biggest lion in the jungle. You could get jumped. You could get harmed. You could get hurt. You could get scarred. You could get wounded. But you still got to hunt. You still got to eat. You still got to feed your family. You still got to feed the pride. You still got to lead the pride, lead the pack. I don't care how many scars you got. You got to get up. You are not a victim. Live.